What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is me basically going to be going through my old ghost hunting videos and picking out the best bits that I liked, or the funny bits. So I'm not going to ramble on and we're just going to get straight into it. It was my first time out doing the ghost hunting for a very long time, good 4, maybe 5 years if not longer, and we went to Ingress Park to the old Grange, and while I was stood underneath the Grange I heard this sort of growl. It was really weird. You can't really hear it in there, but you can see from my expression that I heard it with my own ears. What the hell was that? So yeah, you can see I was a bit like, what the hell, a bit shocked to hear that. And I was with Trish, and Trish wasn't anywhere near me, so I know it was not her. So that was a very scary part for me. This video we are, it's me, my sister, my brother, my mate Elise and her mum Heather, and we were just outside. My sister was doing a bit of mirror scrying, or window scrying, on my brother's car, and she had the necrophonic going off, which is like a spirit box. And I asked my brother, is your doors unlocked so I can get my backy out please? My sister was so engrossed in what she was doing, she didn't hear me say that, and this is what happened, which made us all laugh. Is your car unlocked so I can get my backy out? Oh, yeah. So as you can see, she literally, you know, she proper jumped. She was too busy window scrying that she didn't hear me say, is your car unlocked so I can get my backy out of the boat? This next one, we are in a church. It is still being used currently to this day, but it's a church that we've gone to many a times, and we've always had activity here. Now again with this one, you can't hear it, which I am so gutted. I have my mic on my camera and everything. I'm sat by myself right at the back of the church in the pews, while everybody else, even though you can hear them in the background, they are all the way down the other end. So when you're on your own, pitch black, and all you've got is that infrared light shining on you, it's so scary. And unless you haven't done a solo, don't know what it feels like. When you've got one other person with you, it's still a bit like, oh, what was that? You know, still a bit, scary, so to speak. But when you're on your own, it's a lot more, well, yeah. So you can't hear it, but you can tell that I hear what I hear in this. Oh no. Okay, sorry, I stand corrected. I just asked my brother to bring the EMF. The EMF picks up electromagnetic fields. Now, whenever we do ghost hunting, because we do have our phones on us, we have our phones on flight mode, or we turn them off. So, my phone was on flight mode. There's no reason to why it should have been going off. It doesn't react to the cameras or anything, which I'm quite surprised by, but it doesn't interfere with the cameras. And the EMF spikes as I'm picking it up, and you can see from the reflection in my glasses, on my face, that it goes off. But the second I turn the camera to it, well, take a look. See if this will go off. The EMF is going crazy. Look. Every time I'm putting that back on there. So as you can see, whenever I turned my camera to it, it wouldn't go off. It stopped. It was almost like it didn't want to be captured on camera, creating those electromagnetic fields. So, yeah, that was a bit of a hoo-ha. But what I just explained to you about the noise that I hear, although you don't hear it on my camera, this is the clip. So what I'd actually heard is, as I say, I'm doing a solo at the back there, even though everyone's down there, all you can see is tiny little lights from the infrareds. That's all you can see. I can't see them. I can hear what's going on, so the beeping in the background is the Alice. But I'm sat there quiet and I'm just listening. But I'm listening to what's near me, not what's down there. I'm listening to what's near me. And I hear the pew creak, almost as if somebody had come and joined me and sat down next to me. So that was a bit of a scary moment for myself on that part. Very scary, because I was like, oh my god, someone sat down. You know, especially when you're doing it by yourself. So this next one, we are at the care home, or another care home, which is local to us. Very abandoned, very ruined, and we're just talking about certain bits, you know, talking amongst ourselves, and then me and my brother at the same time hear footsteps and talking coming from behind us. Now bear in mind, this is in broad daylight, but as you can see, we need our lights on because it's so dark in there. It's ridiculous. But as I say, we heard footsteps and we heard talking. Now I don't know, it could have been someone, it might as well have been someone, may as well have been someone, could have been, don't know. It is broad daylight, so they wouldn't have needed a torch or anything to shine to know where they're going. They could have heard us, seen us, and walked away, you know. But we heard it. Shh. Shh.
There was walking. There was literal walking.
And voices. So. You can see it's daylight. And the voice as well, I heard the voice.
I heard that walking.
So yeah, so my brother heard walking, I heard voices. Now, as you probably heard, there are cars going up and down, and there is a pathway. So it could have been that the voices that I heard could have been someone talking as they're walking past, and the walking, somebody could have stood on the stone. I don't know. It could have been people, so we sort of debunked that because we weren't 100% sure if it was spiritual or not. So this is, I believe, the same night, or the same day, shall I say, and something really weird happened here. I'm just going to let you watch it.
Anthony would sit quiet until someone upset him, and he would be able to pick up a table.
What? I don't
The
want it.
reason why I looked at you after Mum had a sip, so I heard someone say, "Can I have a sip?"
No, I didn't.
I thought you were saying,
No, she went, sippy sip.
Yeah, we
No,
took
that
the
was
piss,
before
said
that,
sippy
Dad.
sip.
I heard someone say, "Can I have a sip?"
I did not
That
say.
was as
Oh,
I said.
I
I
swear down.
really got it on camera.
Review! So yeah, my brother had a drink, and for some reason he had thought that I'd said, "Can I have a sip?" But I did not. As you can see, I said review. We went and looked back at my footage, we listened to my footage, we listened to my sister's footage as well, because my sister was recording at the time, and there was nothing. No one said anything about, "Can I have a sip?" So my brother had heard someone, bear in mind, broad daylight, he had heard someone say, "Can I have a sip?" Now the reason we were taking the piss and saying sippy sip is because my brother, on account, he always says sippy sip. So if you want a bit of his drink, he always says sippy sip, sip up the rest of your backwash, basically. So yeah, this next part, I'm going to say, turn your volumes down. It is loud. I'm going to turn it down on my computer because it is loud. So hopefully it's not going to be as loud for you guys. So we're at a different care home, and I'm showing my brother's girlfriend around upstairs because she's never been to the place before, and well, I'm just going to let you see what happened because I shite myself big time, but it's a funny clip, so I'll let you watch this. So, there was a door shut, and literally seconds before, I had turned around and said to my brother's girlfriend, this is the one thing I hate doing, is opening closed doors, because you don't know what's going to be on the other side. And then, within a second, explore with Brit, me mum, and my sister both decide that they want to scare the living daylights out of me, which they succeeded. I jumped, I screamed like a girl, and my heart was racing. But it was funny. I see the funny side of it, you know. So, yeah. This clip, we are at the same care home. This is just after, funny enough, they scare me. We're listening back to EVP, electronic voice phenomenon. I can never say that word always properly, so. And I hear something that no one else hears on the digital recorder, and I think this one is the one where it's a growl, but not a growl, sorry. It's like a whirling noise, but there's no need for a whirling noise at all. Yes, there's a road there, but there was no need for it. There should have been no growling or whirling noise at all. Okay, so again, I stand corrected. This is, so my dad has turned around and said, is your name Edward? Are you the little boy? And to start off with, we all hear yes. But in fact, it's not yes that we hear. So my sister is trying to sort out her camera, and she says it's pissed. And actually, what the voice actually does is takes the mickey out of my sister and says pissed. But we all first off thought it said yes.
That was a clear yes.
It's pissed. Your name Edward. So you are a little boy.
No, it says pissed. It copies her.
So yeah, as you just heard, I turned the camera around so you can hear it properly, and it does indeed. She says it's pissed. It says, are you Edward? Are you the little boy? And then it goes pissed. So it takes the mickey out of my sister. That is what we call an A-class EVP. That was just absolutely phenomenal to hear that. You know, it's absolutely crazy. So the next one, we are in the tunnels up in Dover. Who you can see in the video is my sister, my mum, and our friend Tracy, who is a medium. She can talk to the other side, she can hear the other side, she can sort of see the other side, I believe, as well. But also, my brother can as well. So he's sort of a medium in training, so to speak, but he picks up on things very, very well. And I had to put this in because I just thought this was just class. Now there is a lot going on here, so try and listen out, try and ignore me and my dad. We see something down the end of the tunnel. I think my dad sees it, sorry, and then I witness it as well. But try and listen to Tracy and my brother as much as you can, because I think this was just class, and I'm so glad that it makes me believe my brother 100% more than the 100% I believed in what he was picking up beforehand. Having somebody who is a medium being able to pick up and come and link in with my brother with this, or my brother linking with her, vice versa. It's just amazing. So listen to this.
So how I know is because I get shown by my guide a female.
Yeah.
So when they show me a female, I know it's a child. So this is definitely a child. He's 11. His name is Leonard. Can you give me your surname? Because I'd like to look you up. Leonard James. That's your middle name. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop you there. So as I'm panning, you can hear a tap noise, but we're all stood still. You can see we're all I know you can't see my brother there, but we are all stood still. No need for that tap at all, but there was. So as I say, listen in the background for Tracy. Now you've heard Tracy's voice. You know my brother's got quite a deep voice, so now listen to the communication between the two.
So
Where did that come from?
he actually didn't pass away yet. Okay, that's interesting. He did not pass away. He followed somebody else down. So where did you come from then?
Has he given it the last name yet? Sorry.
Not yet.
Look at it all coming
I just got straight away. Leonard James Ryan.
Leonard James.
Ryan.
Oh, fuck me. High five that shit. As you said it, it came out of my... Fucking hell, yes.
Leonard James Ryan.
this way.
As you said it, it came to me.
There's nothing reflective down there.
Right.
There's nothing. So yeah, as you heard, Tracy got the young boy's first and his middle name, but she couldn't get his last name. But my brother managed to. My brother managed to get Leonard James, and he managed to get Ryan, which is his last name, and Tracy agreed with that, meaning that it must have been that her guide had turned around and said, that's it, that's his last name, that's his last name. I've tried looking up to see if I can find any information on him. At the moment I can't. If you guys want to do a bit of research, and let me know if you do find anything on Leonard James Ryan, I will pin that into the description below so you can look up the name. Then please do let me know, and I will 100% let Tracy and let my brother both know that, you know, here you go, here's the information on Leonard James Ryan. So the next one, we're leaving the tunnel now, and me and my dad are at the back. They're all at the front, they're talking extremely loud, but my brother, my mum, my sister and Tracy are all at the front, they're talking amongst themselves. You know, me and my dad are at the back, and we hear this really weird random noise. Take a listen. Are they not hearing that rumble behind us? How are they not hearing that rumble? Cart! So yeah, we hear what sounds like a cart being sort of like dragged along, you know, as they would have back then with transportation. That's how they transported things, you know, so we hear what sounds like a cart being pushed along. They can't hear it because they're too busy talking. We do hear it again after that. We hear it again, but you can only just about hear it because they're talking so loud, and in the tunnels it echoes, you know. So again, this next one, we are in the tunnels underneath Dover Castle, and my mum, my dad went, and me and my brother all went down the same entrance to the tunnel, but then it splits off to the right and then carries on. So my mum and dad went to the right, me and my brother carried on, and that also goes up and round to the right and everything. Now, coming back, well, I'm not going to say, I'm going to let you listen.
Someone was walking with a trolley right above us.
There's anyone up there?
Seriously?
This was on the same night. Me and my dad heard the trolley last time in the last tunnel, but this was, we ended up in the tunnels underneath the castle about 4 or 5 hours after we'd been to the other one, the previous clip that you see, and again heard trolleys. But it's the same sort of, it's chalk. It's chalk again, so they would have used trolleys back then. But as you can see by this clip here, the wall to the tunnel, there's quite a bit of a gap there. So even if somebody was walking above you, you wouldn't have heard it. There's no way you would have heard that. So my mum and my dad again heard, I guess, workers walking along with a trolley. Okay, so here we are at the care home that's local to us, and we have cat balls on the floor. I haven't got a cat ball to hand to show you, just in case you don't know what it is, but we use them for ghost hunting. They're motion censored balls, tiny little flick, push, any bit of wind, energy, whatever, it lights up all different colours. So we had 3 balls set out, 3 cat balls set out on the floor, and I literally just asked, can you move one of the balls? And this was the response that I got. Behind me is where I heard that noise. Me is where I heard that noise. Me is where I heard that noise. So, yeah, the response that we got was, they can't push them. You know, I don't know if they hadn't had or built up enough energy to be able to push them, but again, I would call that, that was on the necrophonic, funny enough, but the response was quite clear. He couldn't push them, so he hadn't built up enough energy. The next clip that you're about to see is the EMF, the K2 meter, and it had just started going off again at the care home, and this is what I caught.
That's it, make the light go all the way up to the red.
So it didn't go up. I got no response after that, so clearly the energy just wasn't enough there. Again, whenever the K2 meter is out, we always make sure that our phones are on flight mode or off. We also put our phones to the K2 meter just in case it is one of our phones that is making it go off. And if it does, we debunk it straight away, because we can't clarify that it definitely was electromagnetic fields from the spiritual world. So again, this one was a bit, oh, okay, upon reviewing. We didn't hear it in real time, but this one was quite, wow, I can't believe I picked that up. Take a listen. So, yeah, the guy was saying hurt him, and the woman was basically saying, oh, come on, like, don't hurt him, basically. Which, upon reviewing, was quite a scary thing to listen to hear. There were 2 guys there with us that night, so it kind of correlates. You know, my dad and my brother were both there. We were asking questions. He obviously wanted to hurt him. Whether it be my dad or my brother, probably my brother, because last time we went there, he did unintentionally piss off a spirit, and it was a male spirit that he did piss off. So turning around and saying hurt him would make sense. And the woman there was like, you know, come on, let's not hurt him. So we're in the tunnels, and my sister's camera is set up below my camera, or it was, shall I say. And my dad was watching the camera, and he sees something go across the screen, but he only see it on the screen. He didn't see it by his own eyes off screen. He only see it on screen, so he was hoping that it would have been caught. Fortunately it wasn't, so a bit gutted on that. But for my dad to see it, I thought that was a good part, my dad to see it, you know, but again, upon reviewing, it weren't there.
Can you just play it a minute?
I want to see if I see that thing.
I want to see if I see something walk across the, because something walked, and the thing is, I see it on the camera.
So yeah, as you just heard, my dad said he see it through on the camera, see someone walk past. On this one, again, we have Tracy. We're in that tunnel where Tracy and my brother come together on their mediumship, and this is another clip of them linking up again, so enjoy.
Confusing. And he's just like, do you want to stay here, Leonard?
He's quite content
Oh,
with
okay.
being here.
He gets to come and go.
He's going to say
He
he's
gets
quite
to come
content
and
with
go.
being
So
here.
how come you're here today?
Speak to us.
Maggie brought me.
And to speak to us.
No one's been here in a little while.
No. He fucked me. He's excited. I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm really excited. As you said it, it came to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good to see, you know, what my brother's being told himself, or what he's, you know, thinking himself is actually being confirmed by another medium, you know, and that must be amazing feeling for my brother. I sometimes get the feelings, but not as much as my brother, same as my sister, you know, but yeah, wow, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And again, the next clip is the same again. My brother, you know, he's trying to tap in, so to speak, and he tells Tracy what he's being told or what he feels, and she's confirming it, which is amazing. So here's another clip of that.
Part of it came in and it was crushed. That's what I'm getting.
Bang on. So let me explain about Robert's. Robert is
Up on that end.
It is on that end, yeah, and it was by where the stairs are. So basically, Robert, go over there. Yeah, but so Robert.
So as you can see, even my mum was like, wow, like, what my brother is feeling, sensing is true, you know, like to know that our own blood relative is feeling that, and you know, being confirmed by another medium who is also a friend of ours. It's amazing to feel it, to hear it, you know, to know that what he's feeling is right. He's on point, you know. Next clip is we're at the care home again, the same night that my mum and sister scared the hell out of me and Georgia, my brother's girlfriend, and this is where I hear what sounds like a whirling noise. So like I explained in the video beforehand, this is that part.
What's that noise? Go back. What's that noise? Like a buzzing noise. Wait.
It's like the whirring, yeah.
What is that? You can hear it in the background, like.
Motor going.
It sounds like you can just about actually hear it. You can just about hear it. It does sound like an engine or something whirling going along, but yeah, really, really weird. Really, really weird. You know, I heard that, but nobody else did then. Next clip, we're at the same care home, and I think this was a different day that we was here, and we're just standing outside, we're having a fag, we're, you know, listening to the necrophonic that we've got going off, and, well, let's just say we shat ourselves. I'm going to show you the clip and then I'll talk after.
They slammed on their brakes. And it is...
Where?
Shit, someone's coming in. Someone's coming in.
All right,
Someone's coming in.
get the keys.
Mum.
Keys.
Wait.
So yeah, as you heard, we literally panicked because we were the only ones there, and there's only one way in and one way out. To start off with, we thought we might have been security, so it was like, crap, get in the car. But then you hear the after, we was a bit like, the hell? We got in the car anyway, and we was like, it doesn't matter. They turned around, we heard them turn around and literally zoom out of the place. And it wasn't until, right, we'd finished anyway, and we was like, right, let's just go and check out another place. And on the way out, we ended up realising that whoever it wasn't security. Somebody had dumped, and we believed at the time that it was rocks that they dumped right in the path of the way in and way out. But when me, my brother, and my friend Elise went back a couple of days later, we actually ended up realising it was just polystyrene. But it really did look like bricks when we was on the way out. This next clip, again, we're at the care home that's local, and we're setting up all the candles and stuff to do a little ghost hunt, because it doesn't matter day or night, you can get activity. And this day proved it to us that, you know, we get activity. Now, we're just talking to begin with here, and my dad's focused on looking at the candles down the hall, and what he actually witnessed was the candles doing that. So I'll show you that clip anyway.
I think you should get that.
Huh?
Look at the candles, is it? Look, watch.
They're going that way. They're doing that.
They shouldn't be doing that.
Look, 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 look. No,
Mum,
Jane,
there's
the
no
whole
breeze there. That
candle.
door's closed.
The whole candle, not the flame.
So yeah, it was apparently the whole candle, not the flame, but it didn't really catch it that well on the camera, but you can see that we had the candle set up, and it was crazy to see it by my own eye. Whether my eyes were playing tricks on me, I don't know, but for my dad to see it as well, you know, it is what it is. I'm doing my solo at the back of the church, and I hear the pew creak again. Again, you can't hear it, but it was an experience for me by myself that was just, again, phenomenal to me. It was the pew that creaked behind me this time. So the first one, it creaked beside me, and then it creaked behind me. A bit weird. So just like the clip before her where my sister jumped out of her skin while doing window scrying, my sister is explaining what she was seeing, but just before she was explaining what she was seeing in the window, this comes through on the necrophonic.
And asked, she's pretty, did Dad just say?
That literally did say pretty.
Yeah. Pretty. It looked like I was going into her.
So as you just heard, we all confirm it, we heard pretty. Elise thought she heard it say she's pretty. I thought it just said pretty, but we all heard the word pretty. It was A-class. And then if you listen to the end, I'll go back quickly and just replay this. You hear my sister say, it was like I was turning into her. Listen again.
And asked, she's pretty, did Dad just say?
That literally did say pretty.
Yeah. Pretty. It looked like I was going into her.
So yeah, just hearing it there actually, it does sound like it says so pretty. But yeah, so that was really weird. At the same care home, it was me, my brother, my sister Elise, and her mum Heather, and we hear a bang. Now it's only us that are in there, and we're all upstairs. There should be no banging. The doors were all closed. There wasn't any wind that day either, so there should have been no need for that banging. But listen to the bang. So yeah, as I say, you hear that bang. You hear it. I slowed it down so you can hear it because it is in one of my other videos. Like anything that you see in here, go and check out my YouTube and you'll see all the videos there. But look at the ghost hunting ones because they were all when we was doing ghost hunting. None of them were explores. It was ghost hunting. So this next and last clip again was when I was out for the first time ever in years. We was up at Ingress Park, up by the Abbey. Not by the Abbey, by the Grange, and I apologise for the noise in the background. And I hear metal clang from, I'm guessing it would have been some sort of holding cell or something maybe, not 100% sure, but, and I hear the clang on the metal, but again, didn't capture it on my camera. I need to try and get a better mic that's a bit more better to hear what's going on around me so that you guys can hear it too. But here's the clip. I just heard a ting of the metal again in here. So yeah, as I say, I turn around straight away as soon as I hear it. Start walking to it, start to investigate, call out and get nothing. But I definitely heard a clang on the metal bars that are there. But that is the end of what I would say my favourite clips doing the ghost hunting. We have got many more to come. We absolutely love doing our ghost hunting. We love doing our urban exploring. I do have a solo explore coming up in 3 days time that I did myself in a place that's just local to me. Cameras were everywhere, so I had my hood up and I was covering my face so that you can't really see me, hopefully. I didn't get caught. It was spitting as well, which you can actually see on the video. But as I say, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next adventure.